Hello everyone, my name is Adrien Rousseau. I'm a PhD student working in the group of Bernard Guil in Laboratoire Charles Coulomb in Montpellier. And I'm going to present you a result on the first observation of Bernal-born nitride single crystal. This work has been done in collaboration with the group of Jeb Sengar in the Kansas State University in USA. The hexagonal-born nitride is a wide bandgap semiconductor, which differs from other nitride because of its lamellar structure. Large single crystals of hexagonal-born nitride has been first synthesized in 2004 by Watanabe and Taniguchi, which launched a great interest for its unique properties in a broad variety of technological applications. One of its amazing properties is that it shows a strong luminescence in the deep ultraviolet at a typical wavelength of 200 nanometers, which makes it a great candidate for deep UV optoelectronic application. More interestingly, its intrinsic luminescence in the deep UV comes from the anomalously strong phonon-assisted emission of its indirect bandgap, whereas the intrinsic emission of indirect bandgap semiconductor is generally very weak. In this presentation, I will introduce the polytypism in sp2 hybridized boron nitride. Then I will present a result on the first isolation of Bernal-born nitride single crystal. Finally, I will discuss the quasi-degeneracy of direct and indirect bandgap in Bernal-born nitride. Boron nitride can crystallize in different phases or polymorphs. Some of them are made of sp3 hybridized bonds like cubic boron nitride or Wurtzit boron nitride, when others are made of sp2 hybridized bonds like hexagonal boron nitride, which is made of sp2 hybridized honeycomb layer weakly stacked through van der Waals interaction. Among the sp2 hybridized polymorphs of boron nitride exist different polytypes which differ from the stacking of the same honeycomb sp2 hybridized layer of boron nitride, also named the monolayer boron nitride, which the atomic structure is represented here on the left. The most commonly observed polytype is hexagonal boron nitride, which consists of alternatively 60-degree rotated layers where the boron and nitrogen alternate along the c-axis, namely the AA' stacking. Another polytype is the Bernal boron nitride, which consists of alternatively shifted layers by 1/2 of the in-plane lattice parameter, where half of the atoms of a layer are at the center of the hexagon of the next layer, namely the AB stacking. Because of their different stacking, the polytypes present different point groups, which induce different properties. As example, the hexagonal boron nitride is centrosymmetric, and the second harmonic generation in hexagonal boron nitride is forbidden. On the contrary, Bernal boron nitride is non-centrosymmetric, and the second harmonic generation is allowed. The excitonic dispersion in hexagonal boron nitride and Bernal boron nitride has been calculated using ab initio calculation by Sponza et al. In 2018. The excitonic dispersion of both hexagonal boron nitride and Bernal boron nitride sit at almost the same energy range. Nonetheless, the excitonic dispersion in Bernal boron nitride is at slightly higher energy and is flatter than the one of hexagonal boron nitride. The excitonic dispersion in hexagonal boron nitride show a minimum, an indirect minimum, which corresponds to the indirect exciton, which lie 100 milli-electron-volt below the direct exciton, which explain the phonon-assisted indirect emission observed in hexagonal boron nitride. For the Bernal boron nitride, the excitonic dispersion show two minima, which lie at almost the same energy for the indirect exciton and the direct exciton. And only the experiments could allow us to discriminate and conclude on the nature of the bandgap for Bernal boron nitride. Now I will present you a result on the first isolation of a Bernal boron nitride single crystal using optical techniques. Our sample has been provided by our collaborator from the Kansas State University, and has been fabricated using the nickel chromium flux method for growing hexagonal boron nitride, which has been doped with carbon by adding a graphite powder inside the nickel chromium solvent, as represented on the scheme on the left. The image on the right represents the sample well study, where a Bernal boron nitride region in the center, as we'll identify in the next slide, is sandwiched between two hexagonal boron nitride regions. The white dash square at the center represents the areas that we'll study using optical techniques. By performing second harmonic generation intensity mapping on the area of interest, we observe that the second harmonic generation on the Bernal boron nitride region is very strong, where it vanishes in the hexagonal boron nitride region, as you can see on the image on the left. By performing now the photoluminescence intensity map at the energy of 6.035 electron volt on the same area, we observe that the photoluminescence intensity peak is strong only in the Bernal boron nitride region and vanish in the hexagonal boron nitride region again, as you can see on the second picture. Then we observe a spatial correlation between the second harmonic generation intensity map and the photoluminescence intensity map for the peak at 6.035 electron volt. And we observe no second harmonic generation and no photoluminescence intensity at 6.035 electron volt on the hexagonal boron nitride region. We then conclude that the 6.035 electron volt photoluminescence peaks that we observe is attributed to the direct emission in Bernal boron nitride. Now we'll discuss about the quasi-degeneracy nature of the direct and indirect band gap in Bernal boron nitride. By measuring the typical photoluminescence spectrum on Bernal boron nitride, as represented in red on the left, we observe again the strong photoluminescence peak at 6.035 electron volt, which we attributed to the direct transition in Bernal boron nitride. Below 6 electron volt, we observe also a series of lines. The typical luminescence, intrinsic luminescence spectrum of hexagonal boron nitride is here represented by the blue spectrum. By shifting the spectrum by 74 millielectron volt, we observe a clear correspondence of this line with the line observed in below 6 electron volt in the Bernal boron nitride spectrum. Then we can conclude that the series of lines below 6 electron volts are associated to phonon-assisted indirect transition in Bernal boron nitride. And we can then extract the energy of the indirect exciton in Bernal boron nitride, which is around 6.029 electron volt. And the energy of the indirect exciton in Bernal boron nitride is represented by the red arrow on the figure on the left. We then observe that the indirect exciton in Bernal boron nitride is almost resonant with the direct transition at 6.035 electron volt. Nonetheless, it should be noticed that the energy of the direct transition in Bernal boron nitride is different than the energy of the direct exciton because of the strong light-matter interaction which appear in bulk crystal forming polaritonic states. To be more precise, the excitonic dispersion has been represented on the left by the gray dashed line in a moment of space following the k-axis. The light dispersion has also been represented in a bulk crystal by the blue dashed line in a moment of space. Because of the strong light-matter interaction between light and exciton, the two dispersion will anticross, forming two polaritonic branches, namely the upper polaritonic branch and lower polaritonic branch respectively, represented here by the black solid line in moment of space. Then the polariton created during the excitation will accumulate to the lower polariton bottleneck before recombine radiatively through a direct transition. this direct transition energy will be at 6035 electron volt. We then observe that the energy of the emission is at a lower energy than the real value of the energy of the direct exciton in Bernal-Born nitride. Then the direct transition we observe at 6075 electrovolt gives only a lower bound for the energy of the direct exciton in Bernal-Born nitride. To conclude this presentation, we performed the first observation of a large Bernal-Born nitride bulk single crystal by combining second harmonic generation and photoluminescence microscopy. We then observe different properties compared to hexagonal Born nitride, where the Bernal-Born nitride shows strong second harmonic generation and a strong luminescence peak at 6035 electron volt, which could be a very interesting material for future optoelectronics application. Finally, we first demonstrate the existence of a quasi-degenerate band gap in Bernal-Born nitride, where indirect transition and direct transition are in competition. I would like to thank you for your attention and for the invitation to this conference, and I will be happy to answer to any question. Thank you.